In a blistering cold open that captured the chaotic essence of political theater, Saturday Night Live delivered a razor-sharp parody of the Trump administration's handling of freshly unearthed Jeffrey Epstein emails, zeroing in on White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt's combative style during press briefings. The sketch, which aired to roaring applause from the Studio 8H audience, featured cast member Ashley Padilla stepping into the role of Leavitt with uncanny precision. A blonde wig, a gleaming gold crucifix necklace, and attire straight from the press secretary's wardrobe arsenal. Padilla's portrayal kicked off with an exuberant facade, declaring, "I am just so excited to be here and answer your friendly questions. As you all know, there was no news this week. Nothing happening with the president. No weird information was revealed. No one had any accusations that rhyme with edophile. So I'll open the floor to questions starting with Karoline Collins from CNN, who I openly hate. Go ahead." This opening salvo set the tone for a frenzy of deflection, exaggeration, and absurdity, mirroring Leavitt's real-life penchant for dismissing scrutiny with personal barbs. The parody's central thrust revolved around the explosive release of over 20,000 Epstein-related emails, many of which prominently featured President Donald Trump's name, fueling speculation about his historical ties to the disgraced financier. Chloe Feynman, embodying CNN's Karoline Collins with her signature poised intensity, wasted no time in probing the elephant in the room. We definitely need to start with the 20,000 Epstein emails. Why does President Trump's name appear in so many of them? Padilla's Leavitt fired back with unbridled disdain, retorting, "You know you suck, right?" Before launching into a defense laced with irony. "Look, the only thing these emails prove is that President Trump did nothing wrong. If anything, his crime was loving too much. And possibly too young." This line, a wicked twist on Leavitt's actual briefing response, encapsulated the sketch's satirical bite, echoing her genuine statement that the documents prove absolutely nothing other than President Trump did nothing wrong, and framing the controversy as a bad faith effort to distract from President Trump's historic accomplishments. The real Leavitt had dismissed the emails as a hoax and clear distraction, appealing to any American with common sense to see through the noise, a rhetoric the SNL writers amplified into farce for maximum comedic effect. As the sketch unfolded, the ensemble cast populated the briefing room with a colorful array of reporters, each question escalating the absurdity while lampooning the administration's narrative control. Cam Patterson, portraying an unnamed black guy from Fox News, shifted gears to a softball query on Trump's vitality. Is President Trump too healthy? Padilla's response brimmed with hyperbolic praise. "Thank you. And yes, he got his 30th physical last week and it went great. He took a cognitive test and did so well they said, 'We'd like to see you again as soon as possible.'" This jab riffed on persistent rumors and health disclosures surrounding the president, transforming routine checkups into a punchline about overzealous self-promotion. Bowen Yang, in the guise of an MSNBC correspondent, then pivoted back to the Epstein quagmire, inquiring about reports that Trump might commute the sentence of Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's convicted accomplice. "Are you not worried about the optics of Trump giving Epstein's partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, a sweetheart deal?" Leavitt's on-screen counterpart parried with selective feminism. Ghislaine Maxwell said in a sworn deposition she gave to Trump's friend that Trump always acted like a gentleman. "And a little thing about me? I believe women." Here, the satire dissected the selective invocation of "believing women," a phrase weaponized in political discourse, by cherry-picking Maxwell's testimony to absolve Trump of deeper entanglements. The briefing's momentum built to a crescendo with Andrew Dismukes as a reporter questioning Trump's controversial decision to allocate $20 billion in U.S. taxpayer funds to bail out Argentina's economy. Padilla's Leavitt brusquely redirected, "We shall return to Epstein." A meta-commentary on the administration's laser focus on perceived enemies over policy critiques. The chaos peaked with James Austin Johnson reprising his eerily accurate Trump impression, striding into the fray to commandeer the podium. Johnson's Trump proclaimed, "Jeffrey Epstein, I barely knew the guy as evidenced by the thousands of pictures of us together, dancing and grinding our teeth at various parties. Always leering and pointing at something just off camera. Probably a book we're excited to read." This vivid imagery evoked the infamous paparazzi shots of Trump and Epstein at Mar-a-Lago galas, where their camaraderie was on full display, now reimagined as awkward, conspiratorial antics. Trump capped his monologue with an entrepreneurial flourish. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to release all of the Epstein files. This is great. Each file will be on sale for the low, low price of $800. The line, a nod to Trump's deal-making persona, twisted transparency into a paywalled spectacle, underscoring critiques of his administration's opacity on sensitive scandals. This SNL segment arrived at a fever pitch of cultural tension, as the Epstein emails, unearthed through congressional oversight, reignited debates over elite accountability and Trump's orbit. The documents, spanning years of correspondence, revealed frequent mentions of Trump in contexts ranging from social invitations to business overtures, prompting journalists like Collins to demand clarity on the depth of their association. Leavitt's real-world briefings had become must-watch spectacles for their combative flair. At 28, the youngest press secretary in modern history, she wielded her youth and fervor like a shield, often clashing with reporters in viral exchanges. Her disdain for Collins, a frequent foil, stemmed from heated on-air confrontations where Leavitt accused the CNN anchor of bias, a dynamic the sketch exploited for laughs by making outright hostility the briefing's default mode.